Welcome to the channel, and before you even think about skipping this video, ask yourself this: what if a simple coin in your change jar, barely worth a penny, was secretly valued at $36 million? What if the most unexpected item in your possession was actually one of the rarest and most sought-after treasures in American numismatic history? Could that little copper coin in your pocket be the missing link to a historical mystery spanning decades, or the error-struck anomaly that collectors dream of and multimillionaires fight over at auction houses? The 1968 1-cent USA coin, a coin so ordinary in appearance yet hiding secrets so profound, it has shocked experts, stunned collectors, and rewritten the way we think about coin valuation and historical minting mistakes. As we unravel the story of this incredible cent, you're going to find yourself gripping every detail of a journey that winds through the U.S. Mint's most transitional era, uncovers the subtle flaws that separate common pennies from priceless legends, and introduces the staggering chain of events that led to a single 1968 1-cent coin being assigned a jaw-dropping face value of $36 million in rare coin auctions. First, let's understand the backdrop of 1968, an era marked by social change, political upheaval, and crucial shifts in minting technology. It was the year that the San Francisco Mint took on expanded responsibilities, resulting in coinage bearing the elusive S mint mark that today drives collectors into bidding frenzies. But the real twist? A select number of 1968 cents were produced without a mint mark altogether, sparking one of the most hotly debated mysteries in the coin collecting world. Were these Philadelphia issues? Were they San Francisco errors? Or were they the result of transitional minting processes and planchet stock transfers gone awry? Now imagine a 1968 cent, struck not only without a mint mark but on a 95% copper planchet from an earlier batch, overstruck using an unpolished die, showing strong doubling on Lincoln's eye, the word liberty, and the date, and then accidentally receiving an obverse strike through a foreign fragment. That is no longer a penny, it is a numismatic time bomb. It is a historical relic that combines rarity, error, transitional composition, and mint origin uncertainty, all wrapped into one seemingly simple cent. And if that weren't enough, certain 1968 1-cent coins have been discovered with partial blockage strikes, rotated dies, and even off-center minting up to 65% with full date visibility, each of which adds thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, to the coin's valuation. The coin that exploded the coin world's expectations was found in the unlikeliest of places, a retired machinist's old cigar box in Pennsylvania. He had saved dozens of coins out of sheer nostalgia, never realizing one of those 1968 cents had a double die obverse, a clipped planchet, and a mysterious die gouge that resembled the silhouette of Lincoln's face inside the number 8. Numismatic experts rushed to verify it, only to conclude that it was, in fact, a mint product, not tampered with, not restruck, not faked. The grading agencies were speechless. PCGS assigned it a unique designation never used before, Ultra Premium Error Tier 1. And when it finally hit the auction block, chaos ensued. Wealthy collectors from Asia, Europe, and North America placed simultaneous live bids, pushing the value higher by the second. Within minutes, the price had rocketed to $36 million, setting a record not just for any 1-cent coin, but for any error coin ever sold in history. And now collectors across the globe are scrambling to examine their 1968 cents for any similar features, some with hopes of retiring early, others simply to be part of history. You might be wondering, what makes these coins so hard to find? For one, most people never realized these varieties existed, especially since the U.S. Mint never officially confirmed certain misstrikes. It was also an era where coins were mass-produced in overwhelming numbers, making it all too easy for rarities to slip through unnoticed. With over 1.7 billion 1-cent coins minted that year across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the vast sea of copper made it nearly impossible for the anomalies to stand out, unless you were really, really paying attention. And then there's the theory of mismatched planchets. Some researchers believe that a small batch of 1968 cents may have been struck on leftover 1967 foreign planchets, particularly those meant for coins bound for overseas contracts. These planchets had slightly different weight and composition, just enough to pass unnoticed under hurried production schedules, but detectable now with modern metallurgical testing. Collectors who've tested suspiciously colored 1968 cents have found minute traces of tin and zinc in inconsistent concentrations, suggesting non-standard stock was indeed used. Could it be that your penny is actually one of these secretive off-metal strikes? Don't overlook discoloration, especially if the coin appears too silvery or unusually glossy under light. Some coins also display an uncentered rim or a thin crescent near the border, often the result of a collar issue during minting, and highly prized in the coin collecting world. Die cracks, retained cuds, and rim clips on 1968 1-cent coins are also indicators of extreme value when combined with other rare features. Then there's the elusive repunched mint mark, RPM, on certain Denver minted 1968 cents. These small, nearly invisible re-engraved marks show up under 10x magnification and can multiply a coin's value by a factor of 50 if in high condition. Imagine having a 1968 DRPM 002 coin in pristine MS67 red condition. It could fetch upwards of $40,000 on its own. Now combine that with other errors and you're staring at life-changing money. It's also important to know that these coins' values skyrocket when certified by top grading companies such as PCGS or NGC. The reason? Authenticity, grade verification, and population reports. There may only be one or two known examples in top grades, and collectors chase them like treasure hunters searching for lost civilizations. So how can you tell if your 1968 penny is worth a fortune? Start by examining the coin under a strong LED light and a jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling on Lincoln's features or the letters "In God We Trust." Check for rim abnormalities and rotation by flipping the coin vertically to see if the reverse aligns perfectly. Weigh the coin to the nearest 0.01 gram. It should weigh about 3.11 grams if it's copper, but a slightly lower or higher reading could suggest a rare off-metal strike. Even environmental damage sometimes uncovers a layered strike pattern beneath corrosion. Imagine what secrets lie beneath a grimy old penny in your junk drawer. And if you find anything strange or out of place, do not clean the coin. Preserving its natural state is key. Send it for professional grading and be prepared for the potential of auction houses lining up with offers you never imagined. The 1968 1-cent coin has cemented its place in history as one of the most bizarre and valuable coins in existence, not because of a single error, but because of how many rare factors converged in a single year's production cycle. Its true value lies not just in its copper composition, but in the stories it holds, the accidents that occurred deep in the minting chambers, the overlooked flaws that now command the attention of the world's wealthiest collectors, and the once-in-a-lifetime chance that one of them could be hiding in plain sight, right inside your pocket. Could you be the next person to discover a multi-million-dollar coin? Could that old coin jar on your kitchen shelf hold a piece of American minting history worth more than a mansion? Are you ready to begin the hunt that might just change your life forever? If you found this story fascinating, be sure to like this video, share it with every coin enthusiast you know, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more jaw-dropping stories about rare and valuable coins that might just be hiding in your home right now. We've only just begun uncovering the legends of American coinage, and the next fortune could belong to you. Next, 1988 1-cent USA coins, where today we uncover one of the most astonishing stories ever told in the world of American coins, a narrative so rich in mystery, history, and sheer jaw-dropping value that you'll question every penny you've ever let slip through your fingers, and by the end of this video, you'll be racing to check your own collection because the 1988 D1-cent USA coin is not just a humble Lincoln cent minted by the Denver Mint, it could secretly be worth $26 million, and it might just be sitting unnoticed in a jar on someone's dusty shelf or tucked into an old wallet forgotten in a drawer. So take a deep breath and ask yourself, what if you were holding a coin that could change your life forever? What if that single cent contained a hidden flaw or anomaly so rare that collectors, numismatists, and investors alike would be willing to pay a king's ransom just to possess it? What if 1-minute detail separated ordinary from extraordinary, and what if that detail was missed by everyone except the sharpest eyes and most dedicated enthusiasts? Because as we dig into the backstory of the 1988 D penny, minted in the era of VHS tapes and cassette radios, a time when the US Mint was cranking out billions of cents annually, it's easy to assume this was just another year in a long stretch of unremarkable minting. But what lies beneath the surface is a mystery that has captivated collectors for decades, starting with the standard design elements, the classic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, facing right, a profile etched in tradition since Victor David Brenner's design debuted in 1909, and yet, this particular year's coin is different, not because of its face value, but because of what went horribly or miraculously right during its production, for in a sea of copper-plated zinc coins meant for ordinary circulation, a few select examples slipped through with unbelievable errors, errors so elusive and so significant that they have been documented in major numismatic journals, auction houses, and coin forums as once-in-a-lifetime discoveries, and among these are the notorious transitional error coins, where dies meant for one design year were mistakenly used in another, resulting in coins that technically should not exist, such as the 1988 D penny with a 1989 reverse, a bizarre and controversial mistake involving the use of the wrong reverse die, causing Lincoln's memorial design to feature sharply defined designer initials, specifically the FG of Frank Gasparo, positioned in a way inconsistent with what was intended for that year, and collectors who understand die varieties know that this type of anomaly is not only rare but has profound implications for value because it transforms a mundane object into a historical artifact, a numismatic unicorn of sorts, and when combined with factors like strong strike, mint luster, lack of post-mint damage, and verified provenance, a coin like this can leapfrog from cents to millions in valuation, and while the U.S. Mint never officially admitted how many of these errors were released into circulation, speculation runs wild, with experts estimating only a handful were ever discovered, making each new example a headline-worthy revelation, and the suspense doesn't stop there, because counterfeiters have tried to replicate this mistake to cash in on the hype, flooding the market with fakes that look deceptively real but fall apart under magnification, which is why authentication from reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC is absolutely essential for those hoping to sell or verify the legitimacy of a high-value 1988 D transitional error penny, and when such a coin surfaces in public auctions, it draws frenzied bidding from elite collectors, often surpassing 6 or even 7 figures depending on condition and provenance. With reports of one specific example, graded MS67 Red by PCGS, allegedly being sold privately for a sum rumored to exceed $1.5 million, while whispers of another coin, kept in a family estate and only recently revealed to experts, has valuation estimates climbing up to a staggering $26 million due to its perfect die alignment, immaculate preservation, and the fact that it has been untouched since 1988. Stored unknowingly in a coin album by a retired school teacher who collected pennies by habit but never once imagined that a routine coin roll from a neighborhood bank might conceal a jackpot, and as the story of this coin travels across numismatic circles, documentaries, podcasts, and social media channels, more and more people are becoming coin conscious, realizing that history, error, and chance can combine in ways that produce hidden fortunes, and this 1988 D penny proves that the line between pocket change and treasure is thinner than we've ever imagined, prompting a new wave of treasure hunters to revisit their childhood piggy banks, thrift store finds, and flea market bundles in hopes of spotting that tiny, telling sign of a minting mistake. And it's not just transitional reverse errors that make this coin famous, there are also specimens showing off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and other aberrations which amplify both rarity and value, and as we dig deeper into die varieties, such as DDOs and DDRs, double die obverse and reverse, each deviation from normality adds exponential value, especially when combined with uncirculated condition and certified grade, and with all these factors in play, the mystique of the 1988 D cent grows larger with each passing year, fueling legends and debates in collector communities, as well as driving prices skyward on online marketplaces, where raw, ungraded examples speculated to contain errors are listed for hundreds or thousands, despite no formal verification, and stories have surfaced of individuals unknowingly spending them at face value, only to later discover their mistake and regret it for a lifetime, while others who held onto these coins for sentimental reasons suddenly find themselves thrust into the spotlight as holders of a numismatic marvel, and so we ask again, what if you've handled one of these coins? What if it slipped through your fingers during a routine transaction or sat unexamined in your change jar for years? What if that single cent held the power to alter your financial destiny? What if the key to this mystery has been hiding in plain sight, and what if you're one careful inspection away from becoming the next success story, because the 1988 D1 cent coin is not just a collectible, it's a reminder that even the smallest artifacts can hold the greatest secrets, and if you're intrigued, inspired, or even slightly curious, now's the time to act, to search, to look again, and maybe even to submit your finds for professional evaluation, because this is one of those rare stories where history, luck, and knowledge intersect to create something magical, unforgettable, and potentially life-changing. So as you examine your own coins, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship, the errors, and the what-ifs, because they just might lead you to a coin worth $26 million, and if you found this story thrilling and eye-opening, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing coin mysteries, and ring the bell so you never miss a chance to uncover hidden treasures that may be right in front of you.